Morning. Don't know where you are, but where I am, it's early. The world's still stretching, the coffee's hot, and the signals are already coming in. Let's take a look before the day starts making demands. This is Signal Check with Adrian North. Sunday morning. The grid's barely humming, but somewhere, exchanges are firing alerts, satellites are drifting into new orbits, and someone's building a car company out of bankruptcy wreckage. Coffee's still warm. Phone's lighting up with the overnight stack. Let's see what moved while the world was sleeping. Microsoft dropped a warning Thursday about an Exchange server flaw that's already being exploited in the wild. CP 2000-24897, high severity. Threat, actors are using it to execute arbitrary code through cross-site scripting. All it takes is a crafted email hitting an on-premise server. No patch yet. Just mitigations, which means if you're running Exchange on your own infrastructure, you're in damage control mode until they ship a fix. What makes this one notable? It's not theoretical. It's live. Someone's already using it. And the attack surface? Every organization still hosting their own email stack instead of punting it to the cloud. That's a shrinking number, but it's not small. Fisker went bankrupt last year. You might remember them. The Ocean EV, the bold designs, the slow motion collapse. Thousands of cars sold, then lights out. But here's the thing. The owners didn't just walk away. They built something from the ashes. An open source car company. They reverse engineered firmware, shared diagnostic tools, wrote their own software patches. What was supposed to be a fleet of expensive bricks became a community-run experiment in what happens when the manufacturer disappears but the hardware's still good. It's part mutual aid, part spite, part genuine innovation. And honestly, it's one of the more interesting things happening in EVs right now. Forget the showrooms. This is what resilience looks like when the company isn't coming to save you. There's a type of training run that sits between threshold pace and Rio American max work. Runners call it the sweet spot. Fast enough to build speed, controlled enough that you're not torching yourself every session. Runner's World just put out a piece arguing this might be the secret to running faster without burning out. And the case is pretty compelling. Most people either jog easy or go hard. But there's this middle zone where you're working at maybe 85 to 90% effort, uncomfortable but sustainable, and it trains your body to hold a faster pace longer without the recovery cost of all-out intervals. Less strain, better adaptation, PRs across distances. It's one of those things experienced runners stumble into and new runners skip entirely. Worth knowing about if you've hit a plateau. 6 months ago, runners won prize money at a prominent marathon in Africa. Thousands of dollars. They still haven't been paid. The winners have been asking questions. Organizers have been vague. And now the government's stepping in because this isn't just about delayed checks. It's about whether the event was legitimate in the first place. What's striking is how common this actually is. Big prize purses announced. Athletes perform, media coverage, then silence. Money never materializes. Happens more than you'd think, especially in emerging race markets where oversight is thin and organizers can vanish into paperwork. These athletes ran the race. They deserve to get paid. And the fact that it's taken government intervention to even start that conversation tells you how broken the system is. The US and China have been playing cat and mouse in geosynchronous orbit for a while now, but Russia just entered the game. Ars Technica reports that instead of running silent, most of these inspector satellites are actually pretty easy to spot. They stand out against the blackness of space, maneuvering close to other nations' assets. Taking a look, sometimes lingering, is not quite a space race. It's more like a space staring contest. Who's watching whom? Who's got capabilities they're not disclosing? And what happens when one of these things gets a little too close to a comm satellite or a missile warning platform? No shots fired, but the tension's there. 3 superpowers, all prowling the same orbital neighborhood, all very aware of each other. The new Cold War isn't just on the ground anymore. That's Signal Check for today. Close the tabs, step outside, the day's waiting. We'll talk again next time.